I was the last one to qualify my weapon, and that day taught me everything I needed to know. I had to set aside my pride and I had to recenter myself so that I could get through this process. Qualifying my weapon was the most challenging thing that I've ever done, and the most challenging thing for me in basic training. And I'm about to tell you why. It was challenging because they decided that they were not going to give me the correct prescription for my inserts for my iPro. My iPro was what was needed to even shoot. So it even got down to the point where they decided that they were going to do shooter's preference with me. Shooter's preference with me was I could wear my glasses. Again, if they didn't give me the correct prescription for my inserts, then they didn't give me the correct prescription for my glasses. And you know what? I had to do what I had to do. It got down to me being the last one of the group that I was in to qualify my weapon. Now, you know what that did to me as an athlete and a track runner who I was a sprinter. I ran track. Coming in last was not a thing. It was not a thing for me. So to go from winning races and being within the top three, top five, to being last to do something, it really hit me. It hit me hard. It hit me hard. It hit my pride. I felt like it attacked who I was in a sense. I started to question, am I really who I am? The lesson was I had to understand that there's going to be things that come across and come into my path. And I am have to going to learn. I have to want to learn to navigate. I am going to learn how to navigate getting through that challenge at all cost. I did not stop. No matter how frustrating it got, I did not stop. I did not stop. Even the drill sergeants were at this point now helping me. Now, your drill sergeants gonna talk a lot of stuff. They are. They will. They will. But I understand that too. They are using that to help you develop tough skin so that when it comes to a point where you're in a tough position and you have to choose your skills over your emotions, they want to ensure that you're gonna that you're gonna do that because you don't have time to worry about those things in war, right? That's what they're preparing you for. I was shooting everything close at one point, and then when I started getting frustrated with myself, I wasn't hitting anything. When I tell you I could not see, I could not see. So I'm shooting off of if I see something move, any little speck, if it looks green, because that's what the targets were, they were green. If it looked green, I was firing, right? It got to a point where the drill sergeants gave me a break. They talked to me. And this is when I realized that my drill sergeants really actually care. All that hardness, that the how they talk, all of that was pushed to the side. But my favorite person that helped me in that moment, the favorite interaction that I had that got me through was the first sergeant. The first sergeant was so freaking amazing. He helped me so much that even how he was talking to me, he calmed my nerves. He calmed my nerves so much to a point where I was able to relax. And he guided me through how to even qualify. He told me, hey, you got this. Relax, give yourself a minute. We'll move to another lane. Give yourself about 10 minutes. Relax, drink some water, calm down, and I'll meet you over at the lane that you're going to be shooting at to qualify. 10 minutes passed. They asked me, was I ready? And I told First Sergeant, yes, Sergeant, I'm ready. Come to my first shot. My first shot was a standing position. I hit that target. The next one was a 50 meter, and then on the left and on the right. I hit the left, I didn't hit the right. All the other targets popped up, and I didn't hit those, right? So after I finished that round, he literally talked to me. It was the first sergeant and one of my female drill sergeants that talked to me. And my female drill sergeant, I appreciate her to this day as well. She said to me, you have to learn to calm down under pressure. Learn a technique that is going to help you center yourself so that you can think and see clearly. First sergeant put in and told me, listen to me, relax, breathe. We're about to do this again, and this is going to be the last time. We're going to do this again. And what I mean by the last time is we're going to do this the last time because this is going to be your last time, because this is going to be it. He said, get yourself together and let's get at it again. When you're ready, just raise your hand. Got myself together and I was ready. But this time it was different. I trusted myself, and I also trusted the first sergeant. He told me to listen to him because he's going to talk me through it. First sergeant talked me through the entire round. And when talking me through the entire round, I gained so much respect for myself and respect for the drill sergeants and what they do to help us. I told them I was ready. The first target pops up. That first target pop up, pow, I hit it. I immediately got down in prone position. And with getting in prone position, you gotta do it quickly. You gotta transition rather quickly. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I felt like my transitions were so much smoother. It was like a peace that came over me, a peace with confidence that came over me. And that's what it was. The next target pops up. I'm in prone position. And he's talking to me. He was like, you have 3 seconds. Count to 3 and release. I said 1, 2, 3. Let out a breath. Bow. I hit that target. The next 50 popped up. I hit that target. He talked me through the entire round to the point that with talking me through it, I learned I'm going to have to talk myself through certain things, and it's okay. It's okay. If it's challenging, it's challenging. That's fine. But I always have me, and I always have the ability to calm myself down. And I did. I was definitely the last one to qualify. Now, I remember how I felt when I shot that last target. I took a shot at the last target and I got up The first sergeant had me come over to him. And when I came over to him, he was like, hey, kid, you did. Now let's wait for the number. You did it. Now let's wait for the numbers. They announced it on an intercom. And when they said the score, he immediately high-fived me. He said, I told you this was going to be your last time. This was the one that was going to be it. I had so much relief. Right now, I'm getting emotional about it, y'all, because how I felt, I thought that I was going to get recycled. Who wants to get recycled when you know you have what it takes to graduate with everybody else, especially when you know for certain that majority of these other people are not even near how you are with the greatness that you possess. All of that. I am not saying this to be cocky, but I'm saying it because I knew deep down that I was in fact better than so many of the other people that were there. So for me to be last and qualifying my weapon last amongst all of these people that I knew for certain that I was way more equipped than them, it made me be like, yeah, this was a lesson. It was a lesson for me because this was one of the things that I needed to unlock another level. It was never about the other people. It was about me unlocking a level, another level. See, when it comes to you going to another level, you have to understand that there are going to be things that are in place that you have to accomplish because there are lessons that you have to learn. So when you get to this next level, you do not have to go through the same thing. It'll be a lot smoother. And there will be no worries. They said my score out loud. I looked out. I seen my battle buddies cheering for me. And in that moment, I learned what they meant by you do not win alone and you do not lose alone. You are a unit. You are a team. I learned a valuable lesson that day. My female drill sergeant asked me, she said, What God did you pray to? Anybody else would have took offense to that. I didn't take offense to that because I knew in that moment it was me. I knew in that moment it was me. It was me that got me through that with the help of that first sergeant by actually actively listening and being attentive. Attention to detail. That's what they talk about. Attention to detail. He was giving me details on how to properly shoot. I had to listen. I had to listen. Attention to detail. A lot of y'all are not understanding and paying attention to detail. You're not paying attention to detail. So when that next challenge comes upon you, pay attention to detail. Stop looking at everything emotionally, okay? Stop it. Because you're going to put yourself in a position where you're going to think that everything is just going wrong. You're going to think that everything is bad, is horrible, and it's not. Pay attention to detail because in the detail is the lesson. I qualified that weapon. I had my battle buddies tell me that they were praying for me, they were rooting for me, and when I looked up and I seen them cheering for me, I was emotional. And I'm not much of a crier, but I cried that day. And it's moving me to tears right now talking about it with you guys because that was something that was very, very, very challenging emotionally for me because I thought I was going to be held back. But no, 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 no. I had to learn to gain control over my emotions in that moment and go forward. So anything that you have going on, understand that you will get through it. You will learn what you are supposed to learn. And what's for you will never pass you by. You got it. You can do whatever it is that you put your mind to. You just have to calm down and see what's in front of you and pay attention to detail. Because in the detail is the lesson.